Welcome to the Troy Kearns podcast, where we talk all things real estate, business, entrepreneurship, and golf. Today I've got Alejandra Barnard, and she goes by Golfmami.
Mommy.
Golfmami.
We need to work on your Spanish.
Yes, sí, necesito. And she regaled us. We're at the Millionaire Mentorship Mastermind in Vegas at the Orleans Hotel and Casino, and I want to get to know you a little bit more on this podcast. So I did hear your story, but I'd like to tell it to everybody who's listening right now. Tell us about who you are, where you came from, and why you just shot a 69.
Because it's easy.
Yeah.
So I've been playing golf for now 11 years. I'm going to be turning 41 in May. So I started playing golf in 2012 at the age of 30. I didn't know anything about golf. And it was just one of those hobbies that I wanted to pick up and see if just for the heck of it. Really? And I took some lessons, and all of a sudden I became addicted very, very quickly. And from my addiction, it became into just an obsession and just a love for the game. And within 4 years, I broke 80. 7 years, I broke 72.
Wow.
And then this year in 2023, in January 8th, I shot 69.
What day? Just kidding. It's like you remember those days. You're
How
like,
can you? Yes.
69, man. You're going to see my swing tonight, and you're going to be like, wow, you need to switch coaches. It's a really tough game.
It is tough.
But I think that, like, hearing your story up there today, it sounds like that's not the toughest part of your journey.
No.
Like, so you came to the United States at the age of 3. You grew up where?
We lived in Compton.
Compton, California.
Yes.
And coming from Mexico, people think that Mexico's dangerous, but they haven't been to Compton, California, right? Like you were
especially back in the 80s.
Right. This is back when Boys in the Hood is coming out and all that stuff, NWA, everything like that is going on. So you guys basically left because of your safety.
Yes, we left Compton because of our safety, yes.
Wow. And so I didn't know how long you had been in Vegas. So you've been in Vegas since what year?
Since 95.
95.
Yes. Yeah, for a while now.
Wow. Okay.
28 years.
What's that?
27, 28 years, something like that.
Yeah. You came here and you were telling us before you got into golf, that you were a single mom raising
2 kids.
2 children.
Yes, 2 girls.
And you felt, I guess, racism, sexism, and were really struggling.
Yes.
Like, that's part of your story.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit more about that.
Yes, so I became a mom at the age of 21. I had my first daughter at that age, and I was a single mom at that point. Left an abusive husband, and it was the best thing I could have done.
Absolutely.
For my daughter.
Right.
And then about a year and a half later, I got pregnant with my youngest daughter, and then I became single again.
What, by design?
No, that's how I am. I like to be single. Just kidding.
Sometimes I just met your husband. I think he begs to differ. Uh-huh. So I was asking him if he was a good golfer, and he said nothing compared to you. Is what he said.
No.
So you were single, you were struggling, and then you told us a story kind of speaks to your competitiveness, that you became the #1 insurance salesperson.
Yes. So after I had my daughter Becky, my first daughter, I went for a job interview at this insurance agency.
Okay.
And she was 5 months old, and I didn't have a car.
Right.
My car was repoed because my ex-husband had been giving my checks to his ex-wife that I didn't know he had an ex-wife. He was giving them for child support.
Wow.
I didn't know he had a child. So a lot of lies.
The story gets more interesting. More interesting.
A lot of drama.
Yeah.
And so I didn't have a car. I didn't have a babysitter. So I showed up to the insurance agency. I got there by bus, and I had my resume and my baby in my arms.
What were you thinking though? Like, what were you thinking? Like, when I'm going to walk in here, are you thinking like, I don't have any other choice.
I didn't have a choice. And when you are struggling that much and when you have a need, you don't see a problem. So at 21, I was still a business professional because I had always been working at offices and working in mortgage industry. I worked in a law office. And so I was a business professional, even at that age. So I knew that what I was doing was not the right thing by bringing my baby in.
Right.
But I also had a need.
Right.
And my need surpassed my fear of, okay, you know what? If this person thinks that I'm doing a bad thing by bringing in my child, that's his problem if he doesn't want to give me the job. But I knew that my experience spoke for itself, and I knew that I could prove myself.
Right.
And so I said, okay, I don't have a babysitter today, but I promise I will be here on time, and I promise that the baby's not going to be here with me when I come to work.
Right.
And so I
just wanted you to meet him.
Yes. And so I walked in the office. It was all staffed with women, and the women criticized me. And they were like, how dare she? The audacity.
Right.
And I just felt like, really, as women, this is how you treat a young single mom, somebody that's in need.
Right.
And I got the job, and I became the top insurance producer year after year.
Really? How long did you work there?
I worked there for 3 years. But the only reason why I only worked there for 3 years is because I ended up moving to Salt Lake City.
Oh, you did? You
Yeah.
spent a stint there?
Yes.
How'd you like it
just
there?
a couple of years. I liked it. It's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice place to visit.
Yes.
So I wanted to interrupt you in this podcast and just take a quick moment to tell you two things. Number one, we do this for free for you. I haven't made a nickel on social media at all. I'm doing this to provide you enough value. So all I'm asking for you to do is share it and give us a 5-star review. It'll totally help us out, and I really appreciate it. The other thing, if you want more free resources like our free Facebook group, it's Millionaire Mentorship Real Estate Investing on Facebook. All you got to do is join it. It's free. It doesn't cost anything, and there's lots of resources there, and we'll definitely give you those for free, no charge. Here's the other thing. If you're serious about investing in real estate and you're ready to take action, I have a program. No matter where you're at in your real estate journey, I can help you out. I don't care if you've got 5 houses, 10 houses, no houses, 100 houses. I've got something that I can share with you that's going to make you a lot of money. And if you want to become financially free and you're brand new to real estate investing, this is the absolute thing you want to do. And here's the thing. What I've learned from most of my students right now is that it's not just an investing program. It's a mindset program. We're going to change the way you think about money. If you want to start investing, make sure you schedule a call with me and my team, and let's get the ball rolling. Guess what else? If you are like, man, I don't got the time and I make tons of money, I just enjoy listening to what you're going to say, that's cool too. We actually have set up a fund where you can invest with us, but you got to be an accredited investor. If you want to find out what that looks like, all you got to do is click the link in my bio, fill out the form. It takes you about 2 seconds, and then we'll let you know about the deals that we're doing. We're doing big deals in Kansas City. And this year, I think we'll do 2 huge deals in Kansas City. I'm looking at a few right now, and I want you to be a part of it. And if you've got more money than time, then that's what you should do. If you've got more time than money, then schedule a call with me and my team, and we'll get you into our coaching program so that you can have more money than time. You were also talking that you did scuba diving.
Yes.
I did not get that bug.
Yeah, I'm a master scuba diver. So I took up scuba diving just kind of we went on a vacation, and then just took up scuba diving on vacation, and then I kind of got hooked. I kind of have a thing for, if I like something, I like just go after it.
They call it OCD. Would you consider yourself?
I am a little bit OCD, yeah.
Right, like my wife is OCD, like. Psh.
Mm-hmm. But I didn't think that played a part in, like, if you love something, you just like focus so hard on that.
Yeah, and so you became a master scuba diver.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get past on that. That just
it's open, advanced, open water certification, then advanced, and then master scuba diver.
Yeah.
There's actually one before that.
Yeah, I went to the pool and I did the thing at, what is it, Sports Authority or wherever it was.
Yes.
They're like, we're going to go out to Lake Mead. And I got like all these headaches. And I'm like, I'm not really, I always say, is the juice worth the squeeze? Like when I was getting my pilot's license, I was like, if I die, because you got a solo, right? Like when you get your pilot's license, you got a solo. That's like, and then the guy's like, you're ready to solo. And I'm like, but not here. I'm not ready up here, and I don't think like is the juice worth the squeeze. And the same thing with scuba diving. I was like, they were like, all right, let's go to Lake Mead, and I'm getting all these headaches from doing it. I don't know if you had the same thing, but I'm like, you know, certain things in life you realize that sometimes you pass on,
right?
And that was one of them. But golf is something that it was so impressive to see your swing as it came across, and then like just you can tell, as you know, who's been working on the swing.
Yeah.
And I think at the beginning, when I first started playing golf, I thought that like some people just have the swing.
Oh, totally. I totally agree with you.
I saw your video up there, and I don't think your swing was that bad, to be honest with you.
I don't think you paid very close attention to that.
Well, wait till you see mine. So you've been working on it really tough, and now you started a business with it. And so what do you do with that business?
So right now I coach. I also monetize my social media. And right now I'm working on a big project, which I don't want to say too much.
Do you want to give us a hint?
It's big.
It's big.
It's in Vegas.
It's in Vegas.
And it's golf related.
Golf related.
Yes.
So we are going to Spanish Trail on Saturday or on Sunday. You're not going to be able to make it.
No.
So it's something big, and yeah. Well, I'm interested in all things golf. In fact, I'm looking at going to acquire a golf course in a place called Pinehurst. Have you heard of it?
Yes.
Yeah, there's a golf course for sale over there.
Oh, really?
Yes, and because people, when they go play golf in Pinehurst, they like to play all the courses. And so there's a course there that's for sale, and it's a very inexpensive price. And as you know, with golf, real estate, they go hand in hand. A couple guys out here bought some courses and redeveloped them into real estate. So there's always that possibility. I know people don't like that who play golf, but there's multiple plays on that. So we're going to go look at that whole situation over there. What I think, and this is, and I know you go to TopGolf all the time, right?
Not really.
Okay. Well, I do. I have one of those $300 like all you can play memberships.
I think real golfers don't go to TopGolf.
I'm not a real golfer. That's a fact. I am not like, I'll be the first one to tell you.
The fact that you have a membership, how much is your membership, by the way?
It's $300, but it's unlimited.
What, a month?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, that's a lot.
Well, but it's so here's the way I look at it. In Kansas City, where I'm living right now, you can't play golf in the wintertime.
That's right.
It's freezing. So I'm not going to get any practice in.
Yeah.
So for me, it's practice. I'm not a yeah. So for me, I go there at practice. The other cool thing is I can take my kids there. It's like playing video games. But here's where I'm going to double down on that. It's not real golf, but I think golf is changing big time right now.
Oh yeah, it is.
And that top tracer technology that they have, I believe that the old school golf, which is like go to the driving range, grab a bucket of balls, go get a coin or go get a card or go get the app or whatever it is, go bring that bucket of balls out to the range, takes forever. And there's no food service, there's no cool ambiance, and there's no loader. So I take that, and you can only get a tee time every 7 minutes, right? 7 minutes is but you can max out. So that's why golf courses always go broke, because you can only make your food and beverage, you can make your green fees, and that's about it, right? And maybe weddings and events and whatnot. So I'm looking at that as a guy who goes to TopGolf and as a guy who plays golf, I say, and as a businessman, I'm like, how do we turn a golf course into a good business? We take the good parts of the golf course, which is this one's professionally designed by like one of those like Trent Jones Jr. guys. It's really a nice golf course, but it's run poorly. They don't even have a driving range. They let that go. So we go put in there like a mini TopGolf with the tracer technology.
Love it.
Put like a food and beverage. Get somebody in there to run it. You interested? Get someone in there to run it, right? Like, because I don't have time to run it. Get someone in there to run it. and build a business into it. And so that's why I look at it. That's why I like TopGolf, because I look at TopGolf as a business and as something for people to start their love of golf.
Oh, absolutely. I agree with you on that.
Yeah, and it's fun, and they've got it automated. So I'm looking forward to tonight. So when it comes down to the practice and like what tips would you have? You said some drills tonight that you work on. What sort of drills did you work on? I really need some help.
I can tell. So my
It's obvious.
So my focus is doing drills and repeating them. So what I see on the range is people just grab a bucket of balls and then just hit.
Right.
Just full swing hit, right?
Yeah.
And they're somehow trying to focus on something, but they're like, okay, I think I'm going to do this.
Right.
I'm going to try and do this with my hands. But when the reality is you're really not doing that.
Right.
So the way I practice is I incorporate drills. So there's certain type of drills for certain types of things that you're trying to fix in your golf swing.
Right.
The other thing that I do is when I do these drills, I do them very, very slow.
Okay.
So because you can't learn anything when you're trying to swing 90 miles per hour.
Right. It's true.
So you're like, I'm going to do this with my hands, but when you're swinging so fast, how are you going to build like muscle memory?
Right.
So I do it very slow and deliberate. And I do that and I repeat that as many times as I possibly can. So 15, 20, 30 of those. And then I hit one golf shot, a full swing.
So just a drill without hitting a ball, and then you'll hit a shot. Okay.
So it's like exercising, right? You don't do just one shoulder press and you're like, I'm good to go.
Yeah, true. I'm done. Next. So do you do online golf coaching? Okay. I may be interested in that.
Yeah.
Do you, for people who are interested in getting to, she's got an amazing swing. And if you want to find her Instagram is Golfmami, right?
Mommy.
Mommy?
Mammy is the white boy way to say it.
Okay, golf.
Mommy.
Mommy. All right. I feel like I'm saying mom. So it's like you're saying mommy to your mom. Okay, got it. Golfmami. And so for people, so you're teaching golf full time right now?
Yes.
Okay. And if somebody wants to get golf coaching from you, they just have to hit you up through Instagram. Do you have a website or anything like that?
I have a website, mommyunlimited.com.
Okay. How do you spell that?
MAMI, unlimited.
Unlimited.com. And so I think I'm shooting sub 100s, but barely, maybe like 98, 99. I think my best score has been like a 93 or a 92 or 91, somewhere in there. And I've just started keeping track of my score because, sometimes.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah. So as somebody who's trying to get good, what would you say, like, I know you mentioned you were doing drills and stuff in your room. What sort of things, because you get so many, I know you mentioned you had like 4 or 5 coaches. What is the best thing that you think you can do? Like, is it journaling? I mean, what is it?
So there's a few things that you can do to improve. One is keeping track of your putts. How many putts per round are you making? So when you go out and play, you count the number of putts, right?
Right.
So then okay, gosh, my putting really sucks. Right. So I need to work on that. Your chips. Okay, if you scold one, if you chunked one, okay, what are you going to do to fix that? So most amateurs don't focus on their short game because they want to hit their driver, which is fun, and they just want to hit a full golf swing, right?
Right.
Their irons and whatnot. So most amateurs, they don't focus on short game. How much time do you spend putting, like practice putting?
That's short answer and a short amount of time. And let me tell you something. That was the only thing I could do well for the longest period of time because I was pretty decent at putting, and then I started working on my other game.
Right.
But I didn't
And
ever
then
practice it. I never practiced it, but the answer is I don't spend very much time.
Right.
Yeah.
So putting is the easiest way to improve your score a lot faster because you don't have to change your golf swing, right?
Right.
If you can eliminate 3 and 4 putts, from your total score, that can be a big improvement. It can be a 5, even 7 to 10 shot swing, per round.
Right.
So that's number one. Is focus on putting. Then focus on your chipping. Usually, when a golfer gets about 40 yards close to the green, that's when they start screwing up because those like shots that are 60 50, 40, those are very feel shots, right? So those are the ones that we tend to like rush, and then you skull or you chunk or you shank.
Miss hit.
Yeah. So those are very hard shots to hit because they require a lot of feel.
Right.
And good tempo.
Right.
And what most amateurs do is they rush through the swing or they slow down. I
slow down.
Yeah, so you probably chunk it a lot.
Yeah.
Because it's scary, right? You're taking a really short swing and you're trying to, or you take a really back swing and you're like, crap, I only have to hit it 40 yards. And then you stop. So those are the things that are really going to help you, along with course management. So golf is a very mental game. And what people don't realize is that you have to manage the course in order to play well.
Right.
So I see amateurs just get up on the tee box and then just like, they just hit the ball. And I'm like, did you aim at something? Oh yeah, the middle of the fairway. The middle of the fairway is like, this wide.
Right.
So aim small and miss small. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So do you aim like right in front of you?
So I pick a target way up ahead, and then I pick a target right in front of me.
Okay.
So and then I line up my club to the target in front of me, which is about 3 feet from the ball.
And then your eyes are on the target.
Yeah. So I look at the target way ahead, and then I go like this and pick a little tiny thing on the grass.
Right.
And then line up. And then I know that and then I check my shoulders, make sure that they're aligned, and then hope for the best.
Hope for the best. Who do you follow? Who do you think has the best swing in the golf game, and who do you kind of like look up to?
Well, I love Tiger Woods.
Obviously, yeah, he's pretty good.
Justin Rose is amazing. Nelly Cordes has one of the most beautiful golf swings. I mean, there's so many.
Are you watching that Netflix show?
I did watch it.
Yeah, that's pretty good, right?
It was very good.
What do you think about Freddy Couples?
Freddy's golf swing is amazing.
Yeah, that's the one that sticks out to me. He's from Seattle, Washington, by the way, where I'm also from. But like, he's got such a smooth swing. So you like I'm kind of in that same stage that you talked about, probably your first year, and I think I'm a year and a half in, where I'm really obsessing with just watching everybody.
Right.
And things are starting to make sense to me, but I'm in frustration land too. Like I just told my girl the other day, I'm like, I'm going to take a week off. Like, because I was getting pissed. And I'm like, I'm just going to take a week off. And I felt like that was my way of saying, okay, we're stuck with where we're going together, and I need to have some different eyes on me right now. But she did get me a lot further than the other person. There's
good.
a lot of bad golf coaches out
there. There really is. And I've experienced that myself. And, a lot of people coaches want to give a lot of knowledge. And what they do is they get you frustrated because, especially when you're a beginner golfer and you're being introduced to the sport, somebody telling you to shallow the club, and you're like,
I still don't know what that means.
Right? So keeping it simple is what makes people stay in the game. But when you're trying to be like this cool coach and you're like, shallow and supinate and all this crap.
Word salad. Word salad. They're spitting at you.
Right. And so all they do is discourage people to keep playing.
Right.
And I think just keeping it simple, it's what keeps people in the game and keeps them motivated to keep playing.
So where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years?
I see myself helping more women into golf, telling my story of, success in the sport, as well as this new business venture that I'm going into.
Top secret.
And I'm hoping to expand and become,
like a really well-known name.
Yes.
In golf.
Yes, someone who's going to make a difference in the game.
It's so interesting that you say that, and I'll kind of wrap things up, but I was looking up, for whatever reason, I was looking up like the most attractive women. I was on some Google search, and I was like, who is this person? And I go, and I'm like, she's a golfer, like the world's sexiest woman of 2022. I can't remember her name, Paige something.
Yeah.
And I told Eden, my wife, I'm like, you gotta get into golf. Like, I told her, I said, don't listen to me. Like, But we need to get her lessons with you, online
Absolutely.
lessons with you.
I would love to.
Yeah, she wants to do tennis. I'm like, just do golf because it'll be fun for us.
Yeah, and I think once she hits her first golf shot, I'm sure she has already.
Yeah.
But when you have someone make really good contact, it really motivates them.
She's an athlete.
Yeah.
Before we started dating, she was running 50 milers, and she's an athlete. So she's had probably bad instruction.
And the thing is that it's really nice to have golf in common with your spouse because you can travel and you go to all these amazing destinations, which is amazing.
Plus, you can play it till you're like 90 years old.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, I really appreciate you coming to the event, coming on the show. I appreciate you sharing all of your story, your struggle, everything that you've been through. And I'm looking forward to hearing more of it. I'm looking forward to hitting some balls with you tonight. And you can give me some tips and don't laugh at me.
I won't.
All right, guys. We'll check in the next one. Peace. Did you ever want to invest in real estate? Did you ever want to live the life of your dreams? Did you want financial freedom? Did you want to break the generational curse? Did you want to help your parents out? Did you want to help your mom out? Maybe you work for a job that you don't like. You know, they say there's only one reason to work a job, and that's to learn, right? If you're not learning at your job, you're just going through the motions, right? We have a free Facebook group, the Millionaire Mentorship Facebook group for real estate investing. Make sure you join. The link is in the description. If you want to schedule a free call with me and my team and you actually want to start, I would suggest you do so. We have helped hundreds of people change their lives, and all they had to do was get started. They booked a call with me and my team, and they got the ball rolling. And I'm so confident that if you don't get your first or next investment property within the first 90 days, you don't pay, and I'll give you $1,000 cash. That's how confident I am. Obviously, you got to take action. You can't just do nothing and expect that to happen, but that's life. Life's all about taking action. Make sure you give this podcast a 5-star review, share it with a friend, and take action.